Alright guys, I'm doing a little work on a 2001 Trans Am WS6. I was having issues with orange fluid spraying underneath my hood, right about here in a straight line. So that led me to believe that it was power steering fluid, because that is right above where it is. What was happening is that the old cooler that used to be right here, show you the part, looks like this. The power steering connects into this, under these two holes right here, and then it hooks up, and that's how your powering steering fluid gets cooled. Well, turns out they corrode in the inside, which results in coolant fluid and power steering fluid mixing, giving you an orange type of fluid. So what I had to do was I had to pull this all off, and I'm going to put an aftermarket cooler on there. There's two hoses that connect, as you saw on the first one. I have them draining below, actually. There's two of them right there. That's where the new aftermarket cooler is going to be installed, is underneath the car. It's going to be air cooled. But in the meantime, I've flushed the radiator fluid because it's been mixing in with the power steering fluid, and you can't have that inside your radiator. So what I did was I pulled the plug, which is right there, and I flushed all the fluid out. And those are those two lines again, just for you. So I'll give you a little check back in a little bit. Guys, here's the new cooling kit. I got it at Advanced Auto. It turns out that, and then the radiator hose delete without the cooler, which would be right about here on the stock one. It actually cost about 39 bucks. It's actually cheaper than the fluid itself, the radiator coolant, and then the power steering fluid. So let's start putting it together. Alright guys, for one of the final steps for the cooler, I connected both lines right here to the piping that they give you for the set. I ended up mounting the coolant right underneath the chin spoiler, behind it though. I didn't want to mount it on the front where the radiator is. You can do that, the radiator is up in here, but I just chose to drill holes in the chin spoiler and mount it behind it. A lot of people mount it right here, right underneath the bar, underneath the starter and all that shit. I just didn't want to do that personally. It's completely up to you. This pressure hose, I neglected. Well, I opt out of actually cutting it and putting in a union. I squeezed this on there pretty tight, and I warmed up the tube to get it to fit better, and then I clamped it down. So hopefully, if mine leaks, I'll let you know. I don't think it will, but it's possible. If that is the case, I would cut this and get a union and tie both ends. So yeah. Okay, I just finished putting in the new radiator upper tube with the delete in it. That's what that looks like. Just to give you another view of where I did mount the cooler, it's right there, underneath the spoiler. I know the other one you couldn't really get a perception of depth, so